Sectarianism is, I suppose there's two ways of looking at it. Well, my understanding is there's two ways of looking at it. It can either be, I suppose, feelings of hostility within one religious grouping, feelings that one aspect or one section of a religious community is different than another section. But I think also my understanding is that it can also be about differences between religions. So it can either be differences within religions or differences between different religions. I think Scotland has an issue with sectarianism. I don't know how big a problem it is. My understanding is it's definitely less of a problem than it was when I was at school. My son, who's 16, was talking to me the other day about this because he's doing an exercise at school on sectarianism. And when I told him some of the things that happened to me when I was at school and some of the things that I experienced when I was at school, he couldn't believe it. It seemed like another planet to him. So my perception is that the sectarian issues in Scotland are less severe and certainly less visible than they would have been, 35 years ago. I think sectarianism is one of those issues that you can hang it on anything. I think if you want to see sectarianism in football, you'll see it. If you want to see it in religion, you'll see it. If you want to see it in politics, you'll see it. I don't think necessarily that sectarianism informs all those issues, but I think it's quite clear that for some people, the perception of football goes through the filter of sectarianism, their perception of politics goes through the filter of sectarianism, their perception of religion goes through that kind of filter as well. But I get the feeling that there are fewer people who see the world like that these days than there would have been, again, 20, 30 years ago. Scotland without sectarianism, I suppose I'm tempted to say it would be a better place. I wonder if it'll ever be possible, because I think it's perhaps part of human nature to be aware of differences. People will find differences with other people, so I'm not but trying to belittle the issue here, but I just wonder if it'll ever be something that will disappear completely. I certainly think it's something that we should be ruling out of our civic life, in terms of education and politics and employment and all the rest of it. It certainly shouldn't be an issue there. Whether you can actually educate people out of it, I don't know. I think that's the sort of thing that would take generations and generations. So I've no idea what a sectarian-free Scotland would look like, but I do know and I do believe that Scotland is a healthier place now than it was when I was growing up.